Um, I mean, they're not fancy by any means. They have their base plays, and we stopped them early with their base set of plays. We were able to stay gapped up with them, and as the game wore on, we didn't stay in our gaps, and that's what they do. So we just got to be able to just be consistent. We can't just wear off after the first towards the end of the second quarter there.
You the best offensive line you face in college?
No.
Playing here in college? Or no?
No.
So you didn't feel like they dominated you guys? You guys just lost assignments or things like that?
Yeah, they run a lot of stretch, and we knew that's what they were going to run. So that we just got to get better at defending that. I think as a D line, but yeah, Michigan was definitely a better O line than they were.
His first couple of drives, you held them to field goals. I guess what was the talk like on the sidelines? Did you guys feel like you don't want to give up points, obviously, but holding them to field goals down there in the red zone? Did you feel good at that point?
Yeah, definitely. With their scheme, they're going to get some yards.
Yeah.
That's how they operate. So they're going to get some yards, and that's not a big issue, I guess. Especially with our offense, the way they can score. So that was a victory to be able to hold up in the red zone in the early part of the game.
How much did tonight show, at times, what this could be and can be someday if you guys can just eliminate some of these mistakes that continue to kind of maybe give you guys step backs at times?
Yeah, Coach talked about it in the locker room. There weren't really any dumb penalties out there today. Definitely cut down on the personal fouls and late hits and stuff like that. So definitely it's just cleaning up the other part and running our scheme right.
Their offensive line, you hear a lot about it, how good they are. Were they as good as advertised as far as just trying to get after them a little bit at times and how they held up in protection?
They're good at what they're asked to do. They run a lot of stretch is their play. So it's really horizontal. It's not really power counter football as much. It's more side to side.
What did Coach Frost say after the game? He's pretty upbeat and just told the guys that they were close. What was kind of his message to you guys after the game?
He liked that for 4 quarters. He didn't see guys giving up, guys making stupid mistakes, guys beating themselves. Really, he said he liked we were making plays both sides of the ball. But we just got to get better schematically, obviously, at completing our scheme.
Third downs, and you might be asked about it. How frustrating was that for them to get on more than half of their conversions on third down again tonight?
Yeah, that's definitely going to be an issue anytime you don't get off the field on third down. So that's definitely something we got to work on going forward, is getting off the field on third down.
Ben, sorry you probably asked this, but Scott said, even though a couple guys left the team this week, that the guys actually got closer. Did you see that?
Yeah, the way he described it was just getting some of the bat out, I guess. As we continue to change our culture, just trying to get a more close-knit group.
Did you sense something different? Guys posting stuff on social media, not to make too big a deal about that, but it seemed like, did you see guys kind of was it a different feel on the trip this time, or?
We had a good week of practice. That probably had a lot to do with it. We practiced pretty well as a whole team, not just offense, not just defense. So when you do that, you have a right to feel confident going to the game.
Hey, Lamar kind of had a rough week last week, and he got an opportunity. How proud are you of just how Lamar maybe responded, and when he got his opportunity, he at least got to go back out there and prove what he can do after really, kind of having a rough game last Saturday.
Yeah, he's a competitor for sure. He's a good player. It was good to see him get back out there, make the most of his opportunity.
How close do you think you are?
Of a play like Khalil Davis made on that 3rd and 10 where he snuffed out the screenplay and ran the guy down?
That's just what we do every day in practice, that doesn't just happen on game day. You don't just happen to turn around the second the ball is thrown and be, a million miles an hour down the field. That's repetition every day at practice.
Thanks, Ben.
Yep.